Hey guys, how are you? So today what I wanted to do for this ICAD is make something a little more whimsical. So what I did was I took my watercolor paper and I purposely painted, well, I cut down 3 by 5. You can use any size you want because as you see I have a bigger size here. So it's up to you what size you want. These are just plain colors. I did use the Mandolama. I also used acrylics, and you can use watercolors. You can use your acrylics if you don't have these. If you have these, you can use either or. And these last ones here are just the leftover paint. Decided to just brush it on because I don't want to waste any paint. You can color them dark, light, whatever you want. And I'm using markers, a pen, pencil. You're going to need paintbrushes. I'm using these Papermint Flare. I also have these that are Arteza, different colors. And make sure you have a scissor. I also used my archival ink, some stamping. Up to you how you want to create the cards. I have some paper from books in which I took the cards and painted them on the paper, but also took leftover paint and brushed over the paint. And you will see why I did this and how I used this in one of the cards. I am using a stencil. I think this is the only stencil I'll be using today because I do want to work on one specific card. Don't know if I'll have time for two, but we'll see. And you will need your stencil brush, and if you choose to, you can use little cutouts. I did that with craft paper, but I had some patterns here from a book that was given to me by my adoptive mom. It was a pattern book for sewing, and I apologize for my voice. All of a sudden I'm having a little allergy issue. Weather's really bad today. And what I wanted to say was I hope your 4th of July was good. Mine was lovely. Family barbecue, and I just enjoyed the day more than anything, watching my granddaughter play in the pool with her little best friend Peter. It was amazing. The food was too, and the company was too. But nothing like watching the grandkids have fun. And now I'm going to show you a few of the cards that I did create, and I just have to decide which one I would like to create with you. This is the first one I made, and the word for today is gratitude, and my verse is 1 Thessalonians 5:16 through 18. Gratitude, being thankful. This one I did use some of the book page. This is purely painting. This one says grateful, but I wanted it to look like a quilt. And I just added a few flowers, bunch of little dots, and then some faux stitching with a marker around each color. I like this one. The mushrooms, use the same paints, the Mandolama, the acrylics, and like I said in a past video, you can use your corrugated cardboard paper to create your ICADs. This one is, I liked it. And then I used some stamping there. Psalm 147, grateful praise, comes from a joyful heart. This one here, I loved it. While I was painting the cards, just came up with an idea because I saw it on my card. Took my stamp, stamped it on there, and then just proceeded to color in different areas and wrote "Be Thankful" on it. I love it. Creating whimsical cards. Our ICADs don't have to be the same. One day is different to the next. And this one here, like the bigger one that I showed you, I took my paintbrush and I just took the colors that were on the palette from the ones that I have here, and I just proceeded to, in no particular manner, I really didn't clean my brush. I just had fun doing it to see how it would look, and it did come out nice. And I did the same thing with this one. Some brighter colors, some lighter colors. Lots of matte on this. That's what I did on this one, but with darker colors. Give thanks to the Lord, Psalm 106:1. God is good, God is good. And I used the Paper Mate on the petals, and as you color the petals, the colors do change because of the background colors, so I like that effect too. And I did use my stencil to make the circles on there. Now I just have to decide which one I want to create here with you today, and I'm glad you're here. Welcome to those that are new. Glad for those who are back. I've decided that I'm going to recreate this one, but with different colors. So all you're going to need for that is your card, 2 sheets of paper, your markers or your paint, whatever you choose, on the background of the card for the little raindrops and the water puddles. But I'm gonna show you how I cut out my heart. You can use, again, your little pattern, but I found it easier to just take my paper, fold it in half, take your scissor, and just create your own heart. Might be a little bigger than that one, but that's okay. So we have a heart. Now what I did for the feet was I created a smaller heart, and then I took that heart and I cut it in half. So that's going to give me 1 foot, right foot and the left foot. And let me cut this one just a little bit. So you're going to get right foot, left foot. It's okay if one's bigger than the other. And then what I'm going to do is fold this here in 4 so that I can create 2 separate hearts for the hands. 1 hand, 2 hands. So you have 1 medium, 1 large heart, 2 smaller, and this is just 1 small heart cut in half. So now for the umbrella. The umbrella is pretty simple too. It's not complicated. Just gotta take your time. So what I did with my umbrella is I start at the top, find a point where you want to begin, then make your side loop, make the other one, and then this is the middle point. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring down that line, doesn't have to be straight, and then bring another line down this way, one down this way, and then you are going to connect these lines, and that gives you your umbrella. Let's try that one more time. I'll do that one more time with you. Find your center point, make a loop to the left, loop to the right. You come straight down in the middle. You're going to make this one curvy. That one is curvy, and then you are going to connect your lines and see how different it looks. This one looks a little more rounded, and this one is a little more wide. Works perfect. Let's try that one more time. Dot in the center. You can go as far as you want and as far down as you want. Line in the center, line over here, a line here. Connect your dots. You can have all kinds of umbrellas, and it's okay. It doesn't have to be the same. Now all I have to do is cut that umbrella out. As such. There we go. We have the top part of the umbrella. The rest, basically, we're drawing it in with our marker. So what I did first was I glued down the umbrella. Make sure you get glue on those corners so they don't come off. And I sort of tilted it because I wanted it to look like it was windy. And then, before you glue your other pieces down, what I did was I fussied around the paper with my heart, the hands and the feet, to see where I wanted that situated. So I want him to be a happy camper, despite the fact the situation does not call for that. And then I'm going to put the hands down. It reminds me of Paul in Philippians 4:12, where he actually said in verse 11 that he learned in whatever situation to be content. How is that possible that we can be content in every situation, even the hardest times? He said he learned the secret in verse 12. He learned the secret of facing times of need, times of want, times of abundance. No matter what situation he was in, he found the secret. What was that secret? The relationship he had with his God, with his Lord. In 1 Thessalonians 5, can hardly even say it. It tells us to give thanks in all circumstances. In my Spanish Bible, it says, always be joyful. Mine is the King James Version, and I'm giving you the verse from the ESV also. And I'm sure that we can all define what thankfulness is to us, what it is to be grateful. And we can actually probably write a list of all the things we're grateful for. But where does it come from? God is that fountain of goodness in our lives. And that goodness that comes from Him is what teaches us how to be grateful. It doesn't matter what circumstances you're in. Okay, so I have my feet down, my heart, my hand, and there's nothing else at the moment. So now I'm looking for my Micron pen, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line from the umbrella right through the heart. That's his hand. I can curve it this way, or I can curve it that way. The umbrella's going in a totally opposite direction. Let me get that umbrella a thicker stick. Have you ever had that happen to you? When you're in the rain and your umbrella just suddenly, and it's windy, and your umbrella suddenly just goes in a different direction. It breaks, or it's a good umbrella. It'll withstand the storm. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, his hand is going to be right here. And then I'm going to give him some sort of wonky legs, like he's jumping up in the air. But it's not from the rain, it's not from the wind. It's from the joy in his heart. That's what makes it really whimsical. And then we are going to give him another curvy hand. And then all that's left to do is create the circles in our umbrella, fill them in, and a few other details. Creating our circles so easy. You can just use any type of a fine line marker and just create the circles on that umbrella where you choose to put them. Small ones, big ones. I kind of like polka dots. And then just filling them in, which I'm going to do with just finding the right colors. And of course, the color will change again as you color them in. I'm reminded of Paul in Ephesians 5, 19 through 20, where he actually writes, "Sing and make music in your heart to the Lord. Give thanks always for everything." We're talking about a man who was in prison. He's writing to sing and to be thankful. The secret to that was that he knew that his God was faithful to him. That no matter what adversity he was going through, no matter what situation, it's in the good and the bad. God is with us, not just in the adverse moments. He's with us all the time. Psalm 103 says, it says he crowns us with favor and mercy. Being truly grateful, you do find peace. It helps you to make sense of so many things, especially things that are out of your control, that you cannot control. And you can truly find joy in every situation. Psalm 147:7 says, "Sing to the Lord with thanksgiving. And from a thankful heart comes joy and a song and thanksgiving." That looks too much like the same colors, so, and I did green. And it's actually finding enough colors to use, or maybe I should, oh wait, I can use my Sergeant Art. Let's go over that with a little bit of red. We'll change the color, but that's okay. Your umbrella could be one color, your circles could be one color, that's up to you. And again, they change colors, so some might look the same. You can make them lighter or darker as you choose. I think this is going to give me another green. Maybe, let's see, gray color, let's see what gray does. A lighter blue. I think I'm going to need some markers. And if I use a dark purple, no. Use this blue and see what it looks like. Oh, it's giving me a green too. Maybe this darker one over here. And you can use your paints. You'll find a wider variety of colors with your paints. So I added more polka dots on this one. You get as many as you want, or as little. And now he needs a face. So I'm going to use my Jelly Tin Sakura paint. And what I did was I gave him a smile. And then put a little tongue in there. Create his eyes. Give him some little eyebrows. But then I let that dry because I'm going to use my Tombow to color in the eyes. But I want to use my Micron to outline the hearts so they actually pop. Gives them a finished look too. Paper doesn't look so frayed when you outline your and that's why I like to go slow because of this, but that's okay. That's not an issue. Piece outlined. Let me outline the umbrella. And I hope that I do not make a boo-boo here. I took the purple marker and I just went over that and filled it in. Worked perfectly. And I'm going to outline that pencil mark. So you can see the umbrella a lot better. What else? No more outlining for that. So now all that's left to do is to create the puddle and the raindrops. And this I'm going to do it in a lighter blue, and I'm going to use my paint with a very thin brush. So you don't need that many raindrops. Let's see if I can do this without. There we go. You don't have to put that many on there. And then we will create a puddle. I just did something like this. Creating a puddle of water. And then a raindrop here. And then one that goes right into the puddle. You can add more if you'd like to. And I think I will just add another one here. And I put down a little more paint than I needed to, so you can create some clouds up here. Sort of like today, very cloudy outside. Yesterday was a different thing. Yesterday was hot, but we were under these canopy of trees. It was beautiful. I'm grateful for that I could be with my family. And then we can add a raindrop right onto the umbrella. And that's going to be it for the raindrops. So, gratitude. Let's see where, because now I made his legs a little closer in this one. And since the heart was bigger, it cut down some of the space. So, basically, you're going to need to wait for your paint to dry if you want to write it over the paint. I changed my mind. I think I'm going to add this little piece of paper there. Just write the word. Let me see if I can hold on to that without it slipping. Write the word gratitude. And then I will glue it on. Right here. And make sure that is straight. And then I'm going to outline that piece of paper so that also pops out. Gratitude is more than just a feeling or a state of mind. It's a heart knowing and trusting in God, who provides us, with everything. That's what being thankful truly is. And so here are my 2 cards. And I can also add the verse on this if I choose to. This only thing is going to be a lot smaller. First Thessalonians 5:16 through 18. I really wish I had time to create another one, but in a future video, I will create some more beautified and lovely cards. God bless you. Be safe. See you soon. And remember, you are loved.